Go.
Hi, I'm Robert at lwflowers.com. Most people call me the flower guy. Today I'm going to show you a simple test to make your crystals any color you want to make them. You know, you can buy crystals in various colors for a little bit more money, or you can just do it yourself at home. But I'll tell you, if you get them from lwflowers.com, this is kind of how it works. We sell these in a 1 pound bag of polymer crystals. These are going to be the ones that kind of look like ice. They're not the round beads. Those are called polymer beads. These are going to be the crystals, kind of like ice. If you we sell 1 pound bags, and 1 pound bag will make 15 gallons of polymer crystals. So you know, if you're going to do a party, it's a lot cheaper to buy the pound and make your own than it is to ship in 15 gallons. So I always recommend using distilled water, just simple distilled water that I picked up at the grocery store. And I'm going to show you how to make it in this container here, so then you can take it to your function with the lid on it. I'm also going to show you how to dye it. So all of ours are clear crystals. I got our simple food coloring that I bought at just the grocery store. It's recommended actually to use a higher grade food coloring that like the cake makers will make, but you know, for this purpose it's going to work. Your distilled water is better to use, so I'm going to undo the cap. I'm going to pour some of the distilled water into here because it's going to fill this gallon. And then you kind of want to get it to the consistency in there that you want, and I want kind of a dark blue. So that's pretty dark, but we need to see what it's going to be like in there. I'm going to take this, I'm going to pour it back into the gallon without making too much of a mess. Now, if that's the blue that you would like and the consistency that you would like, you can keep it at that. It's going to be a little bit lighter when these crystals get done. Just because it's just the nature of them. Now I'm just trying to do as much as I can and make as big of a mess as I can. I would do this much cleaner on another area. You could put the dye right in there if you want and shake it up. But I want a darker blue. We're going to do more of a royal blue. So in there we go. Put on the lid. And, you know, I don't know if that's, I think I still want to go a little bit darker. Okay. Now it looks a little closer than to what I would like. So now, with the crystals, we're going to put the crystals right in there. It's going to take 8 spoons, small spoons, in that gallon of distilled water. So again, we're probably going to make more mess, but just put 8 in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I think I'm going to add 2 more. 9, 10. I measured out 10 the other day and 10 was fine, but see how it's a little bit full here at the cap? Because we've added dye and we've added liquid in it, it's gonna get a little fuller than what we are gonna anticipate. So we'll just take a little bit out so it can expand in there. So anyways, that's basically how we'll do it. 8 to 10 scoops When this is done, I'm going to leave the lid off of it, so basically it'll be able to breathe. We'll come back and check on it here in a few hours. I'll re-roll the video. When this is done, you're basically going to have a dark blue, almost teal crystals that look like cracked ice. From that point, I'll pour them into a bucket, and I'll let you know exactly how long it takes. But just to recap, we've used 3/4 of this bottle of blue to get this color of blue in the dye. So if you're going to do a lot, I would recommend buying the dye in bulk from a cake supply house. It's also much more concentrated than these dyes. So I'm just going to leave that out, let it set. We're just going to let the crystals do their thing, and I'll come back in a couple hours and let you know exactly how long it took. Right now it's 11:35, so when we get done, I'll show you what they look like. Thanks, this is Robert at lwflowers.com.
Go.
Hi guys, it's Robert. I'm the flower guy again from LW Flowers. We are back. We are working with these crystals. Some people call California crystals. They're actually a polymer crystal. They look like pieces of ice. We left this product here at 11:30 today. It's now 4, so about 3.5 hours. We have a full gallon of polymer crystals. You can see it's actually coming over the top. So, it dyed the color that we were looking for, which was this blue. So I'm going to kind of show you how it would work at this point. So these crystals, as long as they're moist, aren't ever going to go bad. So as long as you keep watering them, they'll stay. Hopefully I got a big enough bucket, but I just want to squeeze these in here so you guys can see the color a little bit better. This bucket that I'm squeezing them into is a 5-pound bucket of floral life. So you can see I probably could have gotten a bigger bucket. Yeah, this bucket's not big enough. So anyway, you can still see I have about a little bit left in that gallon. Here's the polymers right here that we have. Bring them a little closer. And as you can see, they dyed the exact color we wanted them. We got the color that we wanted in the cup. We added some to the container, and from that point on, we got the color blue that we wanted. This is a pretty good color for a royal blue. It mixes well with the antique. With the teal blue. If you're going to use the blue dyed bomb orchids for a blue or teal wedding, it's great. But you can see where basically we could have done 8 spoonfuls in this gallon like I was originally going to do, and it would have been fine along with the dye. So again, you can buy the polymer crystals from lwflowers.com in 1-pound bags, which would give you plenty of polymer to do plenty of colors. Thank you. It's Robert at LW Flowers. Hi, I'm Robert from lwflowers.com. Most people call me the flower guy. This is our, looks like our 3rd or 4th part of this video. Yesterday, if you remember, I poured our gallon of distilled crystals into this bucket. Didn't have quite enough room to fill the bucket. So I then poured this bucket into this bucket here and added more water, distilled water. So as you can see, our 8 teaspoons of polymer crystals that we dyed blue that we poured in, that we had put into our 1-gallon jug of distilled water, grew into this bucket, and now a little over a day later, day and a half later, grew into this bucket. Now if I was to add water to this and put it in a larger bucket, it would grow some more. Eventually it would quit growing, but right now we still have a great consistency of ice crystals that we could use in any kind of containers or vases. So again, the other thing with our polymers, we did use a distilled water, so they are edible. We also used regular food coloring that you can buy at the store that will not hurt you. So, you know, I wouldn't recommend eating it. Do not eat it. You didn't hear it coming from me. Of course, I got to name all the disclosures. Do not eat the polymers. But our polymers are made in the United States. So it is different than the polymers that you're going to buy from China. But it makes a great decoration item for anything that you want to do floral. So anyways, again, it's Robert at lwflowers.com. We do carry the polymer crystals. Enjoy, and I hope you continue to buy them. Thanks.